Here's how we got 5G internet in under 2 hours for $50 a month for our RV, and how you can do it too.
We're the Herds: Heather, David, Logan, Cooper, and Manny, aka the Wandering Herd. We started aiming for financial independence 8 years ago so we could work less and travel more as a family. What does that look like? TBD, but for starters it looks something like this. Welcome in. Let me tell you about the one solution you need if you want 5G mobile internet for your RV. Heather and I have both been using this on the road for our jobs and it works great and it's so easy. But first off, let me tell you about the options we no longer use.
A year ago I did a lot of research, watching YouTube channels, the internet. Two great resources that I found were the Mobile Internet Resource Center and Mobile Must Have. The Mobile Internet Resource Center is a team that are constantly researching cell plans, data plans, options for mobile internet, routers, you name it. It's a great resource. The website is very, very dense with information, which if you like that sort of thing, great. If you want to do the research. If you're anything like me, 2 toddlers, I have a job, RV traveling, I don't really want to spend a bunch of time learning the ins and outs of every single cell plan. I just want to know what's the best one to get me started right now, what's not going to break the bank for me, and that's where the option I'm going to share with you is going to save you a bunch of time. Mobile Must Have, again, great website. We buy products from them. They have great starter bundles, but they are expensive. Ultimately, you don't need to do that. The decision is yours. You can choose one path or the other. We're just sharing what works for us. So originally we invested in a PepLink router. It looks something like this. You'll notice it's not plugged in because we've not been using it, because we don't need to with the other solution that we have. There's a slot to add 2 different SIM cards in the back here. The antenna for this comes with antenna on the back that are just not very good. So we drilled a hole in our roof, did a whole setup going into our bedroom, bought a new 5G capable antenna to go on top of the RV. We bought one of their cell plans, go into the SIM card that goes into the router from T-Mobile. Buying with them on the cell plans, much easier because it's ready to go, it's compatible with PepLink. They didn't have an AT&T or a Verizon option available, so we got an AT&T plan separately, a business plan. It was $75 a month. Really hard to get integrated with the PepLink because it wasn't ready to go when we received the SIM. The AT&T people don't know what a PepLink is, and that was kind of the feedback we got from Mobile Must Have. You have to be lucky with the right person that knows what they're doing on the AT&T side. That was stressful, and again, you don't need to do that. If you want to buy a PepLink router, cost us $1,500 for the starter plan. Starlink, it was $700 when we bought it, which is again massive investment. With the $700 plus the $1,500 we spent, we're already $2,200 we've spent there, and we don't have any internet yet because you have to pay the monthly fees. The Starlink is currently $150 a month for the mobile. On top of that, we were paying $60 to Mobile Must Have for the T-Mobile cell plan, and we were paying $75 to AT&T. After a while on the road, we figured this doesn't work. We need something better than this, and that's where we stumbled across option B. Google Verizon 5G home internet, go to the chat box in the bottom right hand corner and say, hey, I would like 5G home internet within the next 2 hours, please. And you'll spend 20 minutes online with the agent. They'll ask your address to see if you're eligible for it in your area. They will either send it to you in the mail, or there's an option to go and collect at the nearest store to you, which is where the 2 hours option comes in. Literally 2 hours later, after I went on the website, I had a 5G capable system. As soon as I plug this in, within 2 minutes, it will log in wherever I am and give me 5G speeds, with the caveat that 5G network is available in what area you're in. If you've got Starlink at $150 a month plus a PepLink router with a couple of cellular plans, you're looking at $300 a month, which over time that's a lot compared to if you just have the Verizon 5G. It's currently $60 a month. If you have the T-Mobile 5G, it's $50 a month. Even if you have both of those like we do at $110 a month, you're $40 a month less than Starlink. You don't have the hassle to set up the Starlink pole. Setting up and stowing away each time is kind of a pain in the butt, and obviously if you have any trees, etc., Starlink doesn't work either. So if you look at coverage map, you can instantly see all the providers, all the carriers. Can you get LTE? Where can you get 5G? And you'll see most of the countries covered. You will notice that T-Mobile's 5G network is huge. Verizon are way behind. We've had 200 pulling down from Verizon in one place and only 15 T-Mobile in the other, and vice versa. So that's why we have both options. In the event that our T-Mobile isn't working for whatever reason, we know Verizon's going to be there. Even if it's LTE speeds instead, you'll see the LTE for both covers 90% of where you're going to be. Plan where you're going to be for the next 6 months to a year, and if they're all in the 5G or the LTE areas for T-Mobile, then go with T-Mobile. If they're all in the areas for Verizon, go with Verizon. If you want them both like us, then go for both, because it's still going to be less than Starlink. There are black spots. You will not get service with these options, and that's where Starlink's going to probably work better for you. We have our Starlink as a redundancy. We've just turned it off, so we're not paying the $150 a month. Just have it there as a backup if needed, because we're using these other options instead. The bonus with our option of having the T-Mobile router and the Verizon router, we use the Verizon one in our truck, so we just plug it into the 110 in the front, and literally anytime we're traveling in the truck, we can work, we can stream, we can download podcasts. We're not using our data in the RV. We have the T-Mobile plugged in, so as soon as we hook up to 110 power, within 2 minutes the RV is already going to have Wi-Fi. In the event that you are not eligible, which is the case with us, click off the screen and go back on again and just give a different address the next time. Address for T-Mobile, we gave the address of our friend in a different state. They shipped up the router to us. Let's say you don't have a home address, again, just use your mum, your gran, your auntie, your uncle, your best friend, your second best friend, your third best friend. Tell them, hey, I'll give you $20 if you ship me the router that comes in your mail. You're paying Verizon or T-Mobile monthly for the service. At the moment, they don't care, they're not tracking it. That certainly could change in the future, but even if you get 6 months to a year out of this, you're going to save a bunch of money versus what you'd be paying for a Peplink and a Starlink solution. Fine print does say, hey, you're supposed to use this only in this location, which is the address you give them. We've been using the T-Mobile router for 9 months across probably 7 states, 5G, wherever we are, on the move. Verizon don't care, T-Mobile don't care. At the moment anyway, there's certainly the potential that in the future, if their bandwidth for 5G starts to get taken up, that they start to restrict this and then they cut you off. You're just back to square one. But for now, for $50 a month, no contract, no upfront costs, within 2 hours, it's a great option to just get you started. Both offer 30-day free trials, the Verizon and the T-Mobile. So if you order it and for whatever reason the reception isn't working where you are, or you just don't like it, then you can just return it. So there you have it. You can do all the research with Mobile Internet Resource Center. You can get really good starter bundles with Mobile Must-Have if you want to get the Peplink and the Starlink. If you want to put that on pause and just get started tomorrow, you can literally get a 5G home internet solution in as little as 2 hours. Go onto the website and try it out. Thanks for watching. If you have other mobile internet solutions that are as easy as this, then please let us know in the comments. If you found something useful in this video, then hit like. If you want to follow the herd as we share our tips for financial independence, travel hacking, and traveling the world with toddlers, then gently caress the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.